This show contains spoilers and adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Movies with Ron, movies with Ron.
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
Movies with Ron.
After a particularly brutal battle with his fellow Avengers, Thor decides to relax at a local watering hole. He drinks and drinks, barrels of beer and mead. After some time, he hits it off with a cute local girl and takes her back to Avengers Tower to show her his little Mjolnir. He wakes in the morning, satisfied, and looks at the girl sleeping next to him. The poor thing is battered, with a busted lip and bruises all over her face and body. He gently shakes her awake and asks, "Are you okay?" "Oh my God," she says. "You are great, but a little rough." "Well, I am Thor." "You're Thor? I'm so Thor I can barely speak." Welcome to episode 99 of Movies with Ron, the podcast where my older brother recaps a movie he saw from beginning to end for me and you, because we like his versions better. It's okay if you've seen the movie. It's okay if you haven't seen it. The experience is unique, so let's get it on. I'm Chris, your MC for the time being. Here with me tonight, our sound guy Rick.
Ayo.
Nurse Candy.
Hey, everybody.
And here he is, folks.
He's the ball cracker, death on foot. You know him, you love him. He's Ron.
Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Hello, guys. And hello, planet Earth. Welcome back to the only podcast that moans if you suck on it.
Yes.
Everybody say hi to Angel Quiles.
Hi, Angel.
Anil. Hello.
Hey, Angel.
And Ron, good job last week with the taking of Beverly Hills.
Thanks, man.
Did you know what that wine bottle opener was before it was used?
I did.
Is that just something rich people use?
Yep.
Did everyone see that movie and only rich people knew how the bad guy died? Like, oh, I got one of those.
Probably so.
Other than that, perfect movie.
I saw it used as a weapon in another movie. That's how I knew what it was.
Oh.
I don't remember what other movie.
All right, I don't like talking about trailers because I'll talk about one and be excited. Then it'll come out and be shit.
Yeah.
But the Venom trailer.
Oh.
Who saw the Venom trailer?
Yeah, I saw it.
Tom Hardy cannot talk.
I know, man. Like,
What is he doing?
Yeah, what the hell's going on?
Like, he's trying to make an American accent. I think he can only be British, man. He sounds drunk and constipated.
Yeah. He sounds stupid. He says stupid stuff. That movie looks like shit.
Yeah. They're pronouncing symbiote wrong.
What the hell is that? And she says it like twice in succession. Like, we call them symbiotes. So what do you think about the symbiote?
You've got like 20 years of animated voice work of saying it the correct way.
Mm-hmm. How do you say it, Chris?
Symbiote. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But how, like, symbiote.
And there's that annoying chick from Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, man. She's like, I'm a scientist now, and I have symbiotes.
He's got like 10...
Hey, Eddie. Do we have a deal?
Okay, Venom.
That movie's going to be 90% tendrils coming out of Tom Hardy's body.
Yep.
And then 10% him in a Venom suit.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Damn right. All right, man. Without further ado, Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Loved it, bro.
Marvel.
He gets erections.
This movie gave me an erection.
All right. Marvel's 10-year plan comes to fruition.
Woo.
Maybe it's a 10-year plan.
This is the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, dude. This is it, baby.
I've got a quote from Reddit username Back to the Homeland, who says, I can tell this movie is unrealistic because all the school bus windows slide down so easily. They say Josh Brolin really shines through.
Dude, he totally does. Like, he crushed it. He was emotional as hell in this movie.
Yeah?
And he's like, big, giant, purple marshmallow. And you're like, oh my God. He's a marshmallow with whiskers on his face. There's parts where people have to, like, touch his face and his head. And it's like, oh man, it must feel so weird.
What is that beard on his chin?
That's his ball sack chin.
He's a Balchinian.
Balchinian.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 86%. That
Wow.
puts it in between the other two Avengers movies. Nobody really likes Age of Ultron.
That sucks because I loved it. I love James Spader.
Oh, yeah.
9-foot tall robot James Spader. It's like even better.
A film that is still at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, even after months. Paddington 2.
What?
Oh, yeah. Paddington 2 is a perfect film, Candy.
Really?
Yeah, I just saw it today.
Oh.
I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes scores, and I was like, should I go to the movies, or should I rent Paddington 2? I chose Paddington 2, and I do not regret it. In fact, I smell untapped potential to expand the universe, where Paddington the bear defeats Thanos.
With marmalade sandwiches?
Oh, yeah.
They're too sticky. I can't chew them.
In fact, I was thinking, what would you guys choose if you had to challenge Thanos to something? Anything.
A duel?
Yeah. For control of the Infinity Gauntlet. Winner takes all. Rick, what you got?
I have it, and I win. Playing guitar. Those big fat digits on that gigantic purple man.
Oh, yeah, pressing those frets.
All he can do is power chords. Fuck that. I'd win it.
Unless he uses the reality stone to make a giant guitar.
Show me what you've got.
Show me. All right, then. In a fair fight, I could still rock harder.
Yeah, you'd shred him out.
I'd shred him out, take the gauntlet, and put on a good show.
Candy, your turn.
Mine's pretty predictable. And I was thinking about Thanos' big meaty claws.
Yeah.
And I came up with it as well.
Big meaty.
Those sausage fingers. That would be a pie bake-off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you can't make pies with big... with, fuck.
Big
You
dick
can't
fingers.
make...
You can't make pies with Polish sausage fingers.
In my mitts.
That's right.
Unless I make a giant pie.
Candy wins. And then he puts his big finger in her pie.
The whole thing just mushes out the side.
She's like, you son of a bitch.
If it were me, Fireball drinking contest, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Wow.
Fireball's spicy, dude. See, does he drink? Does he eat in those movies?
You think your stomach can handle a fireball better than a Titan's stomach?
I've got this theory.
Even the size.
My theory is he has a very tiny stomach.
I think he has a sensitive stomach. I think that's why he has such a rough exterior.
Okay.
His body adapted to his sensitive tum-tum. Now, I'll bet he has like pooping problems. And like I
I bet he doesn't have any pooping problems.
inside. I'll bet it's all a bunch of issues, like John Wayne. You know how they found like a mile of shit in his stomach?
That is a rumor.
It's because he's so tough he was holding it in.
Like 40 pounds of shit in my gut.
I shit when I want.
My shit goes when I say.
No. You guys saw Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm the girl that fucks Harrison Ford. And Thanos is that big dude.
Hey, we gotta sample that.
I'm the girl that fucks Harrison Ford.
I'm the girl that fucks.
Already done.
That's going on your tombstone, dude. I'll just put some dots in front of and at the end of it. Like, Chris, beloved podcaster and brother. Quote, I'm the girl that fucks.
As long as it'll give people a laugh. Last but not least.
I would defeat Thanos in a duel of recapping movies.
Oh, shit.
Pick a movie. I got this.
A podcast off.
What's a podcast?
Yeah, he's probably...
Okay, first of all, Thanos, do you know what a podcast is?
It's like Wayne's World, but with audio.
So it's like radio. Well, no. Sort of.
I got 99 recaps and the bitch ain't one.
Ooh.
I've been sitting on that.
How does it feel?
Eh.
Are you saying I can't shit? Come here, whelp. Come here, boy. I'll show you some shit. How about some fireball? I'm the girl that fucks. He'd be like, what the fuck? I'm out of here.
You can have it.
And then Chris gets the Infinity Gauntlet. And he's like, "Oh, what am I going to do with this? Okay, I'll kill the universe."
Damn.
Yeah, no matter who wins, don't let Chris have it. Wouldn't it be so funny if I just killed everyone?
All right, folks. I am Groot. Because it's I am Groot on I am Groot.
It's showtime.
Groot makes a wooden dip.
Get the people out! Come on! Get the people out!
All right, so it starts off with the Asgardian refugee ship has already been blown to pieces out in space.
Oh, no.
Okay. Did anybody see Thor Ragnarok? And we can hear like a distress call going out from it. You know, it's obviously a recording. It's like, hey, anybody? We're being attacked. Oh, Thanos? And Thanos' is a big old ship, like a big giant dong.
Yeah?
Yeah. And out of the tip, it's like, pew, pew, pew. Still shooting it, right? And now we're on the Asgardian ship, and everybody is dead. Everything's burning. Everybody's laying around. But we see Heimdall. Remember? Big old dress.
Yeah.
And he's like laying there with his dreads. But he's obviously hurt, you know? And there's bad guys walking around. And one of them's like, hear me and rejoice. You have the privilege of being saved by the great Titan Thanos. And even in your death, you are all becoming his children. And then we see big old marshmallow Thanos, bald and beautiful. And he's like standing over Thor, who's got short hair and one eye. Remember that?
Yeah.
Thor has already been beaten to a pulp. And he's just kind of laying there.
Oh, my gosh.
And Thanos is like, I know what it's like. Yeah, I do, really. To like, try your best. And, you know, just really go balls out. And then fail anyway. You know what? Dread it. Run from it. Destiny comes all the same. then he picks up Thor and he's like dragging him around the room. And Thor's like, you talk too much. And then Thanos is like, yeah, okay, how about I blow you? No! How about a half and half? And then Thanos' baddies, they grab Loki, who is alive and well, okay? Mm-hmm. And they start threatening him, like they're going to kill him unless Thor tells him where the Tesseract is. Thor's like, ha, ha, ha. The Tesseract was destroyed on Asgard. Thanos is like, bullshit. And then Loki is like, okay, here it is. And he gives it up. Thanos is like, fuck yeah. And Loki looks at Thor, who is like, you son of a bitch. You lying sack of shit. But Loki says, don't worry, brother. I assure you, the sun will shine on us again. Your optimism is misplaced, Asgardian. And then Loki's like, well, number one, I'm not a fucking Asgardian. I am an ice queen. And for another, we have the Hulk. Boom! The Hulk busts in and starts taking on Thanos.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, Clash of the Titans? It's badass looking because they're like the exact same size.
Whoa.
Damn.
The Hulk trounces Thanos right into the wall. He's like you can't even see Thanos. Okay, he's being crushed and everything. And one of the other baddies like goes to help, and then the lead baddie who was talking, it's like, no, let him have his fun. And then Thor jumps up and like tries to stab Thanos or something, and just gets held down by the bad guys. And they're like, they send a bunch of metal over there because they all got different powers. Okay. Mm-hmm. And he gets trapped in it all, and he's like held down by it. Then Heimdall, laying there dying, is like, oh, please, dark magic. Black magic! Give me one last fucking thing. And then, boom, he is able to activate the Bifrost Gate one more time. You know, that rainbow bridge, the way the Asgardians travel?
Yeah.
Right.
And he just teleports Hulk right out of the ship. And Hulk goes shooting off through space.
Whoa.
That was a mistake, fucker. And then Thanos walks over and just kicks Heimdall in the balls so hard he dies. His balls came out his mouth.
He really dies?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't like it when heroes die? I'm sorry, man. So, yeah, Heimdall's killed. And then Thor is like, no. You will die for that. You son of a bitch. And then Thanos just grabs the Tesseract and crushes it. And he's got the little stone. Okay, it's a blue one. Mm-hmm. The space stone. And he puts it into his gauntlet, which already has the purple stone in it. Okay, that's the one from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Do you remember where they left it at the end of their movie? The planet Xandar.
So it pretty much means they're gone?
They are gone. Remember in Guardians of the Galaxy when all of those pilots, those millions of pilots died?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, now all their families did.
John C. Reilly's gone?
He is dead, baby. And then Thanos is like, there's 2 more stones on Earth. Yeah, oh, God, let's just go. And then Loki's like, oh, Master Thanos, if you're going to go to Earth, you're going to need a guide. And I'm your man.
Oh, jeez.
And I have lots of experience. And then Thanos is like, if you want to call failing experience. Because remember, Thanos is the one who sent Loki to Earth in the first place.
Yeah.
Loki's like, no, I call it experience. Okay, now listen. I'll go with you, and you know what? I pledge my undying loyalty to you, Thanos. Thanos is like, undying, huh? You better choose your words more carefully. Grabs Loki by the throat, holds him up, and starts choking his chicken. Chokes his ass to death. Chokes Loki to death. Loki dies right there in Thanos' fist.
Whoa.
And then right as he dies, He breaks his neck too.
Holy shit.
For real?
What's the matter, Chris? You don't like it when heroes die?
He's no hero.
Tom Hiddleston was in all the interviews and promotional materials for this movie.
Yeah. Sharing his favorite memories from on set. I liked it when I got choked to death. And Thor's like, no,
Yeah, no resurrections this time, baby. All right, we're out of here.
and then he uses his purple stone to like,
Set the whole ship on fire, but it's all purple fire. Fuck you guys. See ya.
and then the ship blows apart. Thor goes, and then we see Hulk flying through space in the Bifrost, and he's like passing the sun, passing the moon, heading for New York City. And he crashes right into Doctor Strange's house.
Nice.
Doctor Strange is having an argument with Wong. Remember him?
Yeah.
Strange is like, you don't have any money at all. Like you don't carry money. Well, no, I just, I read magic books. Okay, yeah, well, I'll tell the guy at the deli that. And I guess I'm buying. What do you want? Well, I'd like a tuna melt, please. And then the Hulk crashes in, okay? They're like, what the shit? They go and look down into the hole, and he's already Bruce Banner again. And he's like, he's coming. He's coming. Thanos, he's coming. And then Doctor Strange leans in and he goes, who? And then it just says, Avengers! Bum, bum, bum. Then Tony and Pepper are jogging in Central Park. Remember Pepper Potts?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hey, you know those times when you're dreaming that you have to pee and then you wake up and you have to pee? She's like, yeah. I dreamt we had a kid. Do we have a kid? She's like, no, man, if we were going to have a kid, you shouldn't have done this. And she points to his new little triangular light in his chest. He's like, oh, I don't actually need this. It's just full of nanoparticles, really. It's, just defense. She's like, motherfucker, you said you wasn't going to be Iron Man no more, so fuck you. Yeah, okay, well, how about dinner tonight? Tony Stark! And they look over, and there is Doctor Strange standing in front of one of his sparkly portals.
Oh.
I'm Doctor Strange, and we need your help. And then Tony's like, who's we? So Tony doesn't know anything about the shit. And they tell him about Thanos and shit, and he's like, tell me his name again. It's Thanos! It's Thanos! I'm Bruce Banner! Thanos is coming, and he's a piece of shit! He fucking killed Thor, you guys! Okay, so if he wants all of the Infinity Stones, let's just crush the Time Stone that you have, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange and Wong are like, whoa, 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 man. That's our thing. We're like sworn to protect it. Yeah, well, yeah, so what? Plans change, man. He needs it, and he can destroy everybody. If he gets them all, so destroy that thing. No fucking way, it's not happening. All right, what other stones do we have on Earth? Well, there's the Mind Stone, and that's in Vision's forehead. Tony's like, Vision's gone off the grid. No one can find him. He turns off his transponder sometimes, and, so no way to find out where he is. Well, isn't there someone you can call? And then Tony opens a flip phone. Like, what's up with that? He scrolls down, and he finds Steve Rogers' number. He's like, I don't know, man. It's not that easy. Things aren't really the same anymore. Bruce is like, what are you talking about, man? He's your buddy.
Oh, God.
Well, I don't know. The Avengers, we kind of broke up. What do you mean you broke up? Well, like the Beatles? Well, we had a major falling out. It was called Civil War. It was a whole thing. Look, it's fine, man. Just call him. He's like, all right. And then this big rumbling. And then and there's all kinds of chaos going on outside. They open up the door. There is like riots in the streets.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
like everybody is running. Tony goes outside. He puts on a pair of glasses and he's like, Friday, what's going on? She's like, I don't know, sir. They go out and they find a giant donut in the sky. It's It's like spinning. It's one of Thanos' ships. It's a donut ship. Peter Parker is on a bus and going to school, and he sees it, and he's like, "Oh man!" And his little hairs on his arm stand up and on his balls. He looks at his buddy Ned. Yeah, remember the guy in the chair?
Yeah.
He's in this movie for a second.
Nice.
He's like, "Ned, I need you to make a distraction." And then Ned sees the ship, and he's like, "Holy shit, we all gonna die!" And then Parker, like, all right, he puts his mask on and jumps out the bus, and he's like swinging around New York City. Stan Lee's driving the bus, and he's like, "You guys ain't never seen a spaceship before." So then Tony and Doctor Strange and Wong, followed by Bruce Banner, they go out there, and Doctor Strange actually like uses his magic and stops the donut ship. And then two baddies come out. One of them is this guy who looks like Voldemort, and the other is an evil big black Hulk.
Wow.
The Voldemort guy is like, yes, hear me and rejoice. You're going to die for Thanos and become his children. Tony's like, no. Earth is closed. Okay, it's closed, asshole. He calls him Squidward. So fuck it, that's what I'm going to call him. So then Squidward is like, does he speak for you? And he points at Doctor Strange. He's like, no, I speak for myself. But you are trespassing on Earth, and you're going to have to leave. And they're getting ready to start fighting, okay? And then there's Bruce Banner, okay, standing next to him. Tony's like, all right, come on, man. All right, Hulk out, buddy. Let's do this. And he's like, and his like neck is like bulging out, and it's getting all green, and then like going back to flesh colored.
Oh, no.
And he can't do it.
Yeah.
He's got performance anxiety.
Yeah. Tony's like, dude, you are totally embarrassing me in front of the wizards. No, I can't do it, man. Come on. And then he starts talking to Hulk. And he's like, come on, Hulk. Come on, come out, buddy. Let's do this. And then he goes, no. Like, what do you mean, no, man? You asshole. So then the big black Hulk is like, yeah, well, it's time to attack. And then Tony, he's got no choice. He's got to do it. He doesn't have a Hulk, so then he taps his little triangle on his chest, and his suit comes out of that thing. Oh. His suit is now made out of nanoparticles, and it just like just climbs all over his body.
Wow.
Which kind of takes away from the coolness of Iron Man a little bit, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
But his suit is like he's wearing nothing at all. It's like skin tight, and it's all like nice and roundy now. Mm-hmm. Anyway, this fight is cool because he jumps up to this black Hulk thing, and he just sends these big four things out of his back, and they're just floating next to him. And it turns out they're giant Iron Man cannons. And they just, like, he can make anything now out of his suit. Anyway, he throws the big guy around, and then Squidward, he's looking at these wizards, okay? And he can move things with his mind, telekinesis. He lifts up a whole shit ton of bricks, and then with his mind, he carves them into spikes and then shoots them at Doctor Strange ultra fast. Doctor Strange opens up a portal, lets them go into it, and then Wong opens up another portal and shoots them back at that guy.
Oh, cool.
It was cool, man. He takes one to the face, it grazes his cheek, and he's like, oh, you sons of bitches! But he's still so powerful, he ends up, like, pinning Doctor Strange up against a bunch of rocks and stuff. Banner's still arguing with Hulk. He won't come out to play. Doctor Strange's cape shows up. I don't know where it was, but it pulls Doctor Strange right out of Squidward's hands, okay? And he starts flying away. But then it gets caught in a tractor beam from the ship. Oh. Now, Spider-Man swings in. He's like, hey, guys, I'm here. Tony's like, man, we don't need you. Get out of here. You're just going to get hurt. No, come on. I can help. He's like, okay, well, get Doctor Strange back, okay? So Spidey, like, shoots a web at him, and now he's tethered to him, and he just gets pulled up in the tractor beam, too. Now the big black Hulk is back, and it's kicking ass, okay? Oh. Wong opens up a big, giant portal. Iron Man kicks him through it, and he, like, lands in the desert, somewhere. And then he turns around, and he sees them looking down at him from New York City, and he jumps up to try to come back through the portal, and his hand comes through, and then Wong closes the portal.
Ooh.
And his like floppy hand is like... And, yeah, it was cool. So with Doctor Strange stuck in the tractor beam, the donut ship starts rising up into space. Spider-Man is on the outside of it. He's like climbing, and he's like, oh man, it's getting pretty hard to breathe here, you know? And then Tony's like, all right. And he starts flying upwards at him. And he's like, Friday, give me some juice, will you? And then both of his boots just turn into one giant rocket engine. And he's like, he shoots up into space. He sees Spider-Man is still on that ship. And he says to Friday, he's like, open locker 417. Okay. And then somewhere else in the city, something opens up and it starts shooting out into space. Tony's like, yeah, there's no air, man. Just hang on a second. And then that thing shows up, and it's a new suit for Spider-Man, and it is the Iron Spider.
Oh.
He's like, all right, Friday, send him home. And then out of Spider-Man's suit, a big parachute opens, and he just gets sucked away. So then Iron Man has to cut a hole into the hull of the ship and go in to save Doctor Strange. He gets inside, and it's all quiet, and then he calls Pepper to, like, say goodbye.
Oh.
And she's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm probably not going to make it home for dinner. She's like, why? I don't know. I'm probably not going to be back for like a while. And it's pretty sad. They actually did a real good job like injecting emotion back into Tony and Pepper's relationship.
Yeah.
Now we see that Spider-Man actually caught the ship and he's like stowing away on the outside of it. He's just like, hold it on! Then it's just Bruce Banner and Wong. And he sees Wong in a portal who's standing in the sanctum. He's like, what are you doing now? Well, the time stone's gone, man. Somebody's got to guard the sanctum. What are you going to do? And then Bruce Banner flips through Tony's phone and finds Steve Rogers' number. So it's like, all right, let's call him. And then it just cuts to space. And there is old rock music playing. Okay. And it's the Spinners playing Rubber Band Man. It's a good song. It's a Guardians of the Galaxy type song. And we see the Milano, okay? And all the Guardians, they're all strapped into their chairs. And Quill is piloting. And he's like, all right, yep, we're coming up on the thing, and we're going to do some stuff. And we see Groot, who is a teenager. And he's like sitting sideways in his chair, and he's playing a Game Boy. It's not an actual Game Boy. It's like an old Atari Defender game.
Yeah.
But like Groot doesn't give a shit about anything. He's just playing this game. Quill turns around and sees him and he's like, Groot, put the game away. I'm not going to tell you again. And then Groot's like, I am Groot. And then everybody's like, whoa! Quill turns around and he's like, boy, you have got some acorns on you. And Rocket's like, you know what? I'm going to smash that game. I'm going to smash it. Ever since you turned into a sapling, you have been an asshole. And where they're going is they're going to go answer a distress call. Some guy was like, hey man, we're being attacked. So then they warp into this area and yep, the ship is already broken and everybody's dead. Mm-hmm. And then Thor slams up onto the window and they're like, oh my God, get it off. Let's pull him inside. So they got Thor on a table and he's like, he's either dead or he's passed out. And Quill's like, man, who is this dude? And Drax says, this is not a dude. You are a dude. This is a man. And Quill's like, visibly hurt. Yes, he is muscular. Quill's like, I'm muscular? Rocket says, come on, Quill, you are one sandwich away from being fat. I'm not fat. And he looks at Gamora. Do you think I'm fat? So they're looking at Thor and they're like, I don't know. Is he alive? I don't know. And the whole time Quill is just like looking down and he goes, okay, that's it. You know what? I'm going to get a Bowflex and I'm going to commit. Man, that shit was so funny. All right, wake him up. And then Mantis, you guys remember her?
Yeah.
She's like a full-on member of the Guardians now. She just puts her hands on Thor's head and she's like, wake up. And he's like, he wakes up. Who the hell are you guys? And it just cuts to them having fed him some soup. Okay, he's pretty hungry. And they're all talking about Thanos. Gamora starts talking about Thanos and how, like, he's a piece of shit, and he's after Infinity Stones and stuff like that. Thor remarks that she might know a little too much about Thanos for his liking, okay? Somebody's like, well, that's Thanos' daughter. Thor stands up, and he gets up into her face, and he's like, your father killed my brother. You fucking bitch, let's fight. They're all, oh, no, man, she hates him like more than you do, probably, so, don't worry about it. Okay, well, thank you for the soup. I am going to take your pod now. So then Quill's like, no, you are not, sir, not today. Everybody's like, what are you doing, man? Are you making your voice deeper? No, this is my voice. What are you talking about? This is my voice. Thor just walks up and gets in his face, and he's like, are you mocking me? No, this is just how I talk. So they figure out Thanos, where he's going to go next. He's going to go to nowhere. You guys remember that from Guardians of the Galaxy 1?
Yes.
It's a giant head in space where the Collector lives. Because the Collector has the red Infinity Gem. From Thor, The Dark World. Well, I am going somewhere else. I am going to get a new magical weapon because my little Mjolnir was crushed by my sister. Well, what kind of weapon are you going to get? The kind that kills Thanos, you dumb shit. And then Quill's like, well, don't you think we should all have a weapon like that? I mean, what the hell? Rocket's like, I am the captain of this ship. No, you're not, man. They start fighting, okay? Rocket's like, I'm the captain. These morons, they can go and stop Thanos. I'm going to go with you, Thor. We're going to take Groot. We're going to get you a new weapon. So they all get into the pod. And Thor's like, good luck to you, morons. Quill gets up into Rocket's face and he's like, for the record, I know you're only going with him because that's where Thanos isn't.
Ooh.
Yeah, and Rocket's like, it's obviously true. But Rocket's like, fuck you, man. Hey, do we know where any of the other stones are? Like, do we know where all of them are? Oh, well, we know this one's on Earth, that one's on Earth, this one's in nowhere, blah, blah, blah. But nobody knows where the Soul Stone is. That's the orange one. And Gamora kind of like looks up, like she might know something about it. Yes, I learned about these stones from the Avengers. The Avengers? Who the hell is that? Earth's mightiest heroes. I was a member of their group once. Earth's mightiest heroes? And then Mantis is like Kevin Bacon? Kevin Bacon. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been there. Now we cut to Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, and Vision. Okay? And Vision looks like straight up Paul Bettany. Like he looks like a human man now.
Yeah.
But he's got the gem in his head. And they're in Scotland. And it turns out he turns off his transponder so they can go off and like, get busy. Because they're a thing. And now I guess the weekend in Scotland is ending. So, they're going to have to go their separate ways. And he's like, but why? Why do you have to leave? You know what? Why don't you stay? Why don't we stay together? She's like, I don't know. We've proven that, this works pretty well, but I got stuff to do. You help Tony, we got to do our own thing, okay? And now they see on the news the big attack from New York City with the donut ship, okay? Black Hulk, Squidward, Tony fighting them, okay? Yeah. And when the ship left, the world couldn't find Tony Stark. So it's like, where did he go?
No.
And then Vision starts like getting pain from the stone in his head. She's like, what's going on? It's like it's warning me. I don't know. Something's coming. And then all of a sudden, this big spike just comes out of his chest.
Whoa.
Oof.
And then behind him is another one of Thanos' baddies. Okay?
Holy shit.
Yeah. Now, he's not dead. Remember, he's a super android. But he is hurt. So this bad guy that stabbed him, he looks kind of like a little wolfy type dickhead, kind of goblin-y, wolfy, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, goblin dick. As soon as Vision gets stabbed in the chest by him, he like reverts to his robot body, the green and red one.
Yeah.
Then the other baddie is a chick, and her name is like, I don't know, Casanova Midnight, something with midnight. They all start fighting. They're on the roofs, the majestic roofs of Scotland. Vision shoots a straight up laser at Wolfdick, and Wolfdick just holds up his spike that he stabbed him with and like refracts it. So all these bad guys, man, they are like pretty tough stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
The Avengers, they're having a hard time with them. Every time Wolfdick gets Vision like in his hands, he just starts trying to pry the stone out of Vision's forehead with his spike.
Oh.
Wanda shows up and then shoots the bad guy with her red mind lasers. Mm-hmm. And then she and Vision end up in a train station. And he's like, okay, they want the stone, so why don't you please just leave? She's like, no, man, you asked me to stay. Remember that? You want to be together? Okay, here it is. We're together. If you die, I'm going to die. Okay, because we in love. He's like, okay. And then the two baddies, they crash in. And now they kind of have them cornered when a train just like runs by behind them, okay? Everybody turns and looks at the train, and they're all like, wait a minute. Is that something on the other side of the train? And then the train goes away, and there's a dude standing there in the shadows. And he walks out. Steve Rogers, baby.
Oh.
All right.
Captain America. And it turns out, I find out that he's no longer Captain America, because he's not an Avenger anymore. He is somebody called Nomad. That's who Captain America became when he wasn't Captain America. That's why he's got the beard.
Yeah.
Casanova Midnight throws a spear at him, and he catches it. And it's like, oh, baby. Chris Evans. Falcon swoops in. He's like shooting him and stuff. And then Black Widow comes in.
Oh.
Okay? She just goes right up to Wolfdick and starts whipping his ass. Like Vision couldn't. Okay? Black Widow is a fucking badass. They actually get him on the ground, like dead to rights. They're about to kill him when Black Widow's like, we don't want to kill you, but we will if we have to. Casanova Midnight gets down to Wolfdick, and she's like, get up. He's like, I can't, man. Like, I just lost this fight. Casanova Midnight's like, all right, this is your one chance to kill us. You're never going to get it again. And then they tractor beam up into their ship, and they leave. So they actually got beat away. They got beat off. Oh, thank you, Captain. All right, let's go. Let's get in our super jet, Quinjet. So they leave. Now we cut to a flashback of Gamora as a little girl on her home world, Gamora Land, with all of her Gamora people, and they're all green and they all have purple hair. But she's a little girl.
Oh.
And she's hiding with her mom, and they can hear that all of their people are being rounded up and slaughtered. Okay, you can hear some guy going like, rejoice and hear me. You're going to be saved by Thanos. Now, the army that they're using to round all these people up is all of the bad guys from the first Avengers movie, the ones that attacked New York. So there's like those giant fish slugs swimming around in the air and stuff.
Yeah.
Her mom gets, they get separated. She gets like pulled into a crowd or killed. I don't really remember. You can hear the Squidward guys like, all right, choose a side. Either you're with us or against us. And they divide everybody in half. Gamora's like sitting there just like crying, Mommy, Mommy. You just hear, what's wrong, little girl? And she turns around and there's big old Marshmallow Thanos. But he like kneels down and he's all tender with her. He's like, what's wrong? Oh. It's going to be fine. And he's got these giant fingers. You're quite the fighter. Here you go. And he pulls out a knife, okay? And he like pushes a button on it and a blade comes out of each end. And he's like, look at this, see? And he's balancing it on one of his big sausage fingers. He's like, it's perfectly balanced. Here, you try. And he gives it to her, and she's like trying to balance it on her finger. He's like, yeah, everything should be balanced. That's what everything needs is balance.
That's so sad.
I know.
Oh.
And he's like showing her this knife, and behind them, all the baddies are like, okay, everybody on the left, you're all about to die. Get ready. And then Thanos like gets in the way of Gamora so she can't see it. Mm-hmm. And then all of her people, including her mother, are slaughtered. And I guess the others are either left behind or taken prisoner. I don't know. But they killed half of them.
Yeah.
And then Thanos starts walking away with this little girl. Like, he is kidnapping her to raise as his own. Then it cuts to Gamora now, and she's sitting in the Milano looking at the double-bladed knife that she still has. Quill walks in. He's like, hey, babe, what's going on? She's like, hey, all right, check this out. Listen, if Thanos gets me, I need you to promise me that you'll kill me. He's like, what the hell are you talking about? She's like, I know something, okay? I know something that nobody else knows. And if he gets me, he will find it out. And he can't, okay? He's like, well, what is it? You can't know or you'll die too, man. I just need you to promise me. I need you to promise. I need you to, trust me and possibly kill me, okay? Just promise me. And he's like, nah, it's going to be fine. She's like, swear on your mother. And then Quill's like, okay. You know what? All right, I will kill you if he gets you.
Wow.
Yeah. And then boom, they stop making out. So that's cool. And then they hear it. And they turn around and they're standing there watching them is Drax. And he's like eating a bag of snacks. And they're like, dude, how long have you been standing there? And Drax is like, 1 hour. An hour? What the hell is wrong with you? I am standing here so still that I am invisible. You cannot see me. We can see you, man. No. Watch. And the camera just stays on him. And he's just like standing there motionless. But then he like slowly reaches his hand into the bag for another one. And Quill's like, dude, you're eating like Zarga nuts or something. Like, we can see you. And he's like, I'm moving so slowly, though, that you cannot detect me. And then from behind him, Mantis just goes, oh, hi, Drax. And he's like, so they finally reach nowhere and they get out of the ship and it's all like abandoned and in shambles. So they go to the collector's house, okay? And they get in there and everything is like broken, but they can hear Thanos talking to the collector. Benicio del Toro, remember him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanos has him on the ground, okay? And he's got like his big giant meat foot on his on his chest and his balls. That's how big it is. The foot. All right, come on, give me the reality stone. I know you have it, and I want what you got. It's like, I sold it, man. I don't know. I didn't know what it was. I already sold it. No, bullshit. You got it. Drax is like, holy shit. It's Thanos. Like, he's wanted him ever since his family was murdered, okay? So he pulls out his knives, and he's like getting ready to, fuck the plan. I'm going to go kill him. Quill has to like stop him, like, wait, man. All right, like, we'll all get him together, okay? No, today he pays. Not yet, man. We need the stone first. And Drax is like, nope, that's it. I'm going. Oh shit, stop him. And then Mantis goes, sleep, and puts Drax to sleep, who then falls down like a stone statue and like crashes. So then Thanos hears that and he turns around and starts walking over towards him. Gamora jumps out and attacks him, like gets him by surprise. She actually like slashes his neck open and he's like, blah, 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 blah. He's like pouring all this blood out, and then she stabs the double-ended knife down into his chest. And he's like, oh, no. And he goes down like he's dying, okay? And he's on his knees and he's like, but why? Why, daughter? Why? And then Thanos dies. Like, she did it.
Whoa.
And it's like, what the hell's going on here? The collector is like, yeah, magnificently done. Oh my God, that was amazing. And Gamora's like standing there staring at Thanos, and she just starts kind of starting to cry a little bit. Is that sadness I sense in you, daughter? And she looks up like, what? Because he's dead on the floor, but that was his voice. Mm-hmm. And then the whole of nowhere just starts, it was a facade, and it starts rolling away in like red magic, because the red is the reality stone. So it was all an illusion. And once nowhere rolls away, burning nowhere is there. Okay. Everything is on fire. Thanos he's already been there and he's finished and he already has the stone in his gauntlet.
Oh, wow.
The Infinity Gauntlet is a gold glove. So then the real Thanos is there and he grabs Gamora and he takes her hostage. He's got her in his arms. Drax has woken up and he dives for him to try to save Gamora. And then Thanos just like waves the gauntlet at him and the little red gem kind of flashes and Drax just turns into stone and falls into cubes.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. Like he just killed Drax like that.
Ugh.
Mantis is like, no! He does the same thing to Mantis, but he turns her into like ribbons of flesh.
Oh.
It's really cool, man. So that just leaves Quill, and he jumps out, and he points his gun at him, and he's like, let her go! Oh, yeah. The boyfriend. And he's like, well, I prefer the term, Titan-killing long-term booty call. But you know what? Let her go, or I will kill you. And then Gamora just says, not him. And it's like, whoa. Now it's the time. This is it. And then Quill's like staring at her like, holy shit. Like, I never actually believed it was going to happen. And he's like, all right. And then his hand is shaken and he just points the gun at her. But like, he obviously kind of can't do it. And Thanos is just like, oh, daughter, you ask too much of him. She's like, do it. Do it now, please. Well, boy, she has asked. Are you going to give her what she wants? And he's like, he's shaking, the gun's shaking. And then Thanos like takes Gamora by the head and shoves her head right up to Quill's gun.
Holy crap.
He's like, do it. Do it, boy. Come on. This is what she wants. Give it to her. And then Quill's like, okay. And he's looking into Gamora's eyes. She's crying. He's crying. And then he fires. And bubbles come out of his gun. And you see Thanos' red jewel shining. He controls reality.
Yeah.
And then Thanos, like, he like grabs Gamora, but he turns around and he looks at Quill and he's like, hey, I like you. And then he teleports away with Gamora.
This sucks.
And then Drax and Mantis come back to life because the reality changing event is now gone.
Okay.
So there you go. It's going to be fine. So now we cut to Don Cheadle, the War Machine, okay? And he is in Avengers headquarters, and he's no longer paralyzed because he's wearing this outfit that Tony made him, and it's got little arc reactors. So it's like helping him walk, even though he can't feel anything from the dick down.
Yeah.
He's on a hologram phone call with General Ross. William Hurt?
Yeah.
Ross is like, okay, so the Avengers, do you know where any of them are? They all escaped the prison. Okay. No, sir. I don't know where any of them are. And then in walks Steve Rogers, Vision, Wanda, and the Falcon. Remember, they were all fugitives.
Yeah.
And Steve Rogers looks at General Ross and he's like, hello, sir. Oh, yeah, look at you. Okay, the world is now being attacked, and you think that all is forgiven. No, I don't, sir. But I know the world needs us, and I'm here to suck all the dicks I need to get it saved. And then General Ross just looks at War Machine. He's like, okay, yeah, arrest him. And then Don Cheadle's like, yep, okay, I'm on it. And then he just hangs up the phone call. And he looks at Steve and he's like, yeah, that's a court-martial. Okay, so how you guys doing? You guys look like shit. And then from behind him, you hear, I think you guys look great. And Black Widow's like, whoosh, she like turns her head, and it's Bruce Banner, baby.
Oh.
This is their first time seeing each other, okay, since the end of Avengers 2. There's been like 50 movies in between.
Yeah.
He's been in space, showing his dick and butt. So they're like, hey. And they leave and go off into another room for a while. And everybody's like, hey, where's Clint? What's up with him? Well, him and Scott, they disappeared. There's too much heat and they got families, like they got kids. So we're just letting them do whatever they're doing. Bruce hears that from the other room and he's like, who the hell is Scott? Ant-Man. Man, there's an Ant-Man and a Spider-Man? So they know Thanos wants Vision's Mind Stone, okay? And, well, is there any way to take it out of Vision's head? Nope. It's like, yeah, it's in there real good. It would kill Vision, to destroy it. And Vision, awesome guy, he's a robot, but whatever. He's like, let's do it. Let's kill me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, that's the only way to prevent him from getting all the stones. Wanda's like, no way, babe. I love you. He's like, okay. Then Bruce comes in and he's like, maybe we could get it out if we hit it real hard with some high energy, maybe even almost as high as the gem itself, Yeah, okay. Well, let's do that then. Well, I can't do it, and I can't do it here. I don't know where we could do that. And then Steve's like, I might know a place. And then, we're in Wakanda.
All right.
And there's King T'Challa and Michonne. Remember her, Baldy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, got some shit going on. Planet Earth under attack. Okay, you know what? Well, let's go, we need all the help we can get. Let's go and get the White Wolf. And they're like, okay, hey you, one-armed Bucky Barnes. That's your name now, White Wolf. Because you're white.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, he. And he's just running around in wrapped in, Wakandan tribal outfits. And really, he just looks like one-armed William Wallace. I love you. Always have. Always will. So they walk up to him and T'Challa's got a briefcase. Okay, look, here's the briefcase. He opens it up. Bucky Barnes looks down and he's like, inside, it's a brand new Wakandan robot dildo. And then Bucky looks up at him. He's like, all right, where's the fight? It is coming. Now we cut back to Doctor Strange on Squidward's donut ship. Okay.
The weirdest thing ever.
Doctor Strange is bound. Okay. And he's floating in the air in front of Squidward. And he's got all of these giant needles, just hovering in the air all around him, pointing at him. There's one going right at his booty hole. And it keeps on poking at his pants. You better do what I want. Or this is gonna happen. Strange is like, yeah, I get it. What do you want? All of the time I have served our Dark Lord Thanos, I have never failed him. And goddamn it, man, if I show up at the rendezvous and I don't have the time stone that you have in your necklace there. Oh yeah, okay. He doesn't have it yet because it is enchanted and nobody can open it but Doctor Strange. So the whole time Doctor Strange was like, yeah, go ahead and try, bitch.
Yeah.
Gonna have a hard time with it. And that is why Squidward just took Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Okay? So Squidward's like, open the necklace, bitch! He's like, nope, not gonna do it. And then Squidward starts moving the needles to stab him. One in the butt, one in the dick, two in the pits, one in the ears. One goes down his throat. And that one's thicker than the rest. So, watching this happen is Tony Stark standing next to Doctor Strange's cape, which is standing there like a man,
Yeah.
watching what's going on.
I love his cape, man.
Yeah, it's great, okay? Tony looks over at the cape, and the cape, turns to him hey, what's up? And he says something you are one weird artifact or something. I can't remember what it was, though. And Spider-Man has shown up, and he's like, oh, great. Yeah, you're still here. That is awesome, man. What are you doing? It's well, I was going to go home and then I figured, geez, we're so high up. I'll probably die anyway. I don't know. But, I'm here. Let's I can be an Avenger too. No, you can't. All right. I don't even want to hear this shit. Well, all right. Oh, great. Now I got to hear it. No, I can help. Okay. You know what, genius? Look down there. See him? He's in trouble. What's your plan? Okay, come on, you're in charge. You want to be an Avenger? Let's do this. And then Peter Parker, he's looking, and he looks around at the ship around him, and he goes, okay. And then Tony's like, whoa. And Peter's like, okay, have you ever seen this really, really old movie called Aliens? And then it just cuts back to Squidward and Doctor Strange. And behind Squidward, yep, there's Tony Stark in his Iron Man suit. He's like, all right, man, Give it up. I'm here to save him. Okay? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna fight you if I have to.
Oh, you stupid robot man. Why don't you just shut the hell up and go sit down somewhere because your powers are inconsequential compared to mine.
And then Tony's like, yeah, but the kid's seen more movies. And then he turns and he fires his arm blasters at the side of the ship, blows a big hole in it, and sucks Squidward out of it.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah, man. And you see Squidward like off into space, and then he like freezes solid. And they killed him. And yeah,
Cool.
Peter Parker, like killing the aliens. So then Tony and Strange, they start arguing because that's what they fucking do, you know. Tony's trying to give him order. Yeah, this is the plan. No, I don't work for you, you know, like everybody else in your life, okay? Yeah, well, because you don't work for me, that is why we are here. Just so you know that. That's why we're up here in space, okay? In a ship. Strange is like, can you pilot this ship home or not? And who is this kid? Is this kid like your, is this like your ward? No, I'm not his ward. No way, man. By the way, my name's Peter. I'm Doctor Strange. Oh, we're using our made up names. Okay. Well then I'm Spider-Man. Tony's like, Strange, man, you don't get it. This motherfucker Thanos has been in my head for 9 years. Ever since New York. You know, the first incident, okay? All I can think about is what happened, you know, how the city was being attacked, the earth was being attacked. And ever since I've been consumed with if they ever came back. And guess what? He's back! So I say let's take the fight to him. I'm not taking this donut ship home. We're going to Thanos. We're going to Titan. That's where I think he's going to go. Strange is like, okay, you know what? That's fine. But if you think that if I am forced to choose between saving you, saving the kid, or the time stone, I'm saving the time stone. Because that's my thing.
Yeah.
Tony's like, yeah, okay, noted. And he turns around to Peter and he's like, okay, you're an Avenger now. Dun, dun, dun,
All right.
dun, dun, dun. So then we cut to Thanos and Gamora, and they're in his throne room on his ship. And he walks up and he hands her like a bowl of hot shit. I thought you might be hungry, daughter. And she's like, you motherfucker! And then she throws it. And it hits his, his throne. I hate this throne. I hate this room. And I hate you! I had hoped you'd sit on that chair someday. You killed my family, Dad. You killed all of them. I saved you. You know what? You were starving. Like you were a hungry baby. Okay? Your people were in poverty, you know. So I showed up and I saved the day. Okay? You know what happens now on your planet? Babies are born and they eat and they have room to grow. And, you know, I did that. She's like, by killing half the population, that's what you did.
wow.
You're an asshole.
It's simple calculus, okay? You cull half of the universe. The universe is finite. Its resources are finite. Everyone's going to end up dying, okay? So half of everybody dies, okay? And that is how we're going to save the universe. So that's a thing, you know?
Yeah.
That's why he's doing it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but you never know who you're killing. You could be killing the next Einstein.
Or the next Thanos.
It's like he doesn't want to rule the universe.
Right.
He just wants to help it.
That is exactly what's happening
He's
here.
not a villain. He's just a complicated guy. He's the Henry Kissinger of the universe.
I made you the most dangerous woman in the galaxy. That's why I sent you after the Soul Stone. Well, I'm sorry that I failed you. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you didn't fail me, because you found it, didn't you? Didn't you? She's like, no way, man. I could never find it. He goes and opens up a door, and there is her stepsister, Nebula.
Oh, no.
Wow.
And Nebula, remember, she's like mostly robot.
Uh-huh.
And she is being like dissected.
Oh.
It is creepy looking. Like she's just hung in stasis, but like almost all the way pulled apart.
Oh, wow.
It's weird looking, man. And he pushes a button and it's like accessing memory files. And in her computer brain, we get to watch a conversation between her and Gamora where Gamora's like, I found the map to the Soul Stone and I burned it, baby. He's like, I never taught you to lie. Of all the things I taught you. And that's why you suck at it. Now where is it? She's like, no way. And then he like waves his hand and Nebula stretches out a little bit more and just screams.
Oh.
No.
She's like, okay. It's on Volmir. All right. Just stop. Leave her alone. So now we cut to the pod with Rocket Raccoon, Thor, and Groot. And this weird thing happens. Thor and Rocket are talking, and then Groot's just like, I am Groot. And Thor turns to him, and he says, no, you can't do that. And Rocket's like, huh? And so is Groot. And Rocket goes, you speak Groot? Yes, it was an elective on Asgard. And it is weird, man.
I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
And then Rocket's like, all right, time to be the captain. And he walks over to Thor, who's just like sitting there all sad. And he's like, so, dead brother, huh? That's cool. Yes, but Thanos also killed my father. And everybody else that I have ever loved. Oh, okay. So, I mean, you gotta be careful here. This Thanos guy, he's like the toughest there is. I have been alive for like 1,000 years or some shit. And I have killed twice as many people as that. I am still alive. Because fate has willed it. And that is why I will defeat Thanos. And if you're wrong, what the fuck else have I got to lose? Rocket's like, yeah, I guess, but, geez, I could lose more. I could lose a lot more. And he, like, looks over at Groot. But, if we're gonna go fight Thanos, okay, you're gonna need something. And he, like, rummages around in a pack, and he pulls out an eyeball.
Oh.
And he's like, here, you're gonna need 2 eyes. And he gives it to Thor. Oh, my fucking God. Holy shit, thank you so much. And Thor, like, pops the eye into his head. And, like, Groot looks up from the game to watch that. Because it's weird looking when he does it. And he's, like, hitting his head, trying to get it to go straight. He's like, I don't think it's working. Rocket looks at Groot. He's like, don't watch, man. The only way I could, like, smuggle that out of there was, like, up my ass.
Oh, God.
Oh.
So they finally arrive where they're going, which is called Nidavellir or something. Anyway, this is where Thor's little Mjolnir was originally forged. Remember in the original Thor, he had mentioned it was forged in the heart of a dark star or a dying star. I don't know. So now we see it. And yep, there is a dying star in the middle of these like frozen rings. Okay. And Thor's like, something is wrong. Everything is turned off. Like nobody is here. Let's go check it out, you fuckers. So they all wander in, and they're just walking through this like desolate old weapons, forge. It looks like some shit from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Okay. They're walking, and Groot is like still playing the video game.
Oh.
Rocket looks up and sees a prototype of the Infinity Gauntlet on a shelf.
Ooh.
He's like, hey, Thor, this Infinity Gauntlet did it look like that? Thor sees it, and he's like, oh, shit. And then they get attacked from behind. And they are attacked by Mr. Peter Dinklage.
Really?
Yes. Who is the king of the weapon-making dwarves.
Oh.
And they forge all the weapons for the gods. He is a dwarf, but he is 3 or 4 times taller than the Incredible Hulk. Like, he is a giant dwarf.
Wow.
Yeah. He's like towering over Thor. Anyway, he finally recognizes Thor, and he tells him his story. He's like, yeah, I made the gauntlet for Thanos because he said he was going to kill all my people if I didn't. So I made it. And then he fucking killed him anyway. And then he left me alive. And look what he did. He took my hands. And his hands are just like, now they're just like molten blobs of steel.
Oh, God.
And then Thor's like, do not worry about your hands. All of the weapons you have ever forged are still in your head. So together we can defeat Thanos. You slimy cocksucker. Dinklage is like, you're right. All right, let's do this. We got to fire up the forge and, reignite the star because it's out.
Yeah.
Thanos has already left with Gamora, and Nebula finally escapes and calls Mantis because Nebula is like an unofficial member of the Guardians, and she tells Mantis to meet her on Titan. So now Tony, Peter, and Doctor Strange, they're still flying the donut ship, and they have arrived at Titan. So they end up crashing the donut ship into Titan because they don't really know how to fly it. And it was pretty funny, but I don't remember anything they said. So they get out, and Titan is just like completely demolished and desolate. Okay, there's like all kinds of ships that are all crashed and abandoned, and it's all like a big desert now. Mm-hmm. And somebody's like, whoa, something's coming. Something's coming. All right, get ready. Peter looks at Tony and he's like, dude, you can't let them lay any of their alien eggs inside of me. You can't do it. You know what? If I have to listen to you make another pop culture reference, I'm going to kick your ass, kid. And then all of a sudden, they get attacked by the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh.
So there's Quill and Drax and Mantis. And as soon as Peter sees Mantis, she's like, hi! But she's got these antennae. And he's like, alien eggs! And he runs away. Peter Quill and Iron Man face off. And Peter Quill's, he's got his guns and his mask on and his leg boosters.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like loosely, evenly matched. Quill takes Iron Man.
Wow.
Yeah. Because he actually uses like other gadgets. Like he throws something at Iron Man's chest and it turns out to be this high-powered magnet. So it just sticks Iron Man to like the nearest big piece of metal and he can't get off of it. It was awesome. Drax is like beating the shit out of Doctor Strange. Oh. And then they have to have the whole like, whoa. You're not with Thanos? No, I'm not with Thanos. Are you with Thanos? No. Okay, then let's be friends. Quill's like, man, who the fuck are you guys? We're the Avengers. And then Mantis is like, oh, Thor told us about you. And they're like, whoa, you know Thor? Yeah, we were just hanging out with him. So it's like, oh my God, thank God Thor is alive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But who are you guys? We're the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like we've saved the universe before. And Drax is like, tell them about the dance contest that saved the universe. Quill's like, no, man. And they're like, what? What dance contest? Quill's like, it wasn't a dance off. Just forget it, Drax. And then Peter Parker goes, like in Footloose? Yeah, exactly like in Footloose. Hey, is that still the greatest movie ever? And then Peter's like, it never was. Oh. And yeah, Quill is like, shit. So back with Thor on Nilla Wafer or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The Dwarf King is like, okay, this is the mold for the new weapon I'm going to make you. I'm going to make you a new, like a maul. Okay, it's like a battle axe type thing. It's like a battle axe and a hammer together. And it's going to have the power to kill Thanos. Yeah, totally. And you can probably still use the Bifrost, with it. Okay? Oh, shit, yes, that sounds good. Let's do this. Okay, but first we got to fire up the star, because that's the only thing hot enough to melt all this metal. Okay. And then it cuts back to Titan. Tony starts telling him the plan of what they're going to do when Thanos gets there. Drax and Mantis are just like walking away from him. Like they're not even listening. And Tony's like, I'm giving you guys a plan here. He looks at Quill. What the hell is their problem? Yeah, not winging it is kind of not what we do. Oh yeah? Well then what do you guys do exactly? And it shows Drax and Mantis and she just says, kicking names and taking ass. And Drax is like, yeah. Quill's like, listen, I really like your plan. It's a great plan, but, except that it sucks. So maybe you should let me make the plan, and that way it might be awesome. And Tony's like, holy shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? You some rude motherfuckers. And the Guardians are just like, who gives a shit about you?
Yeah.
Like, I loved it. Hey, what's wrong with your friend? Does he normally do that? And it shows Doctor Strange, and he's sitting there, and he's like meditating, but his head is like moving super fast to the left and the right. He comes out of this, and they're like, what were you just doing? He's like, I was using the time stone to look at every single possible future outcome of this battle.
Oh, wow.
jeez.
Really? How many of them were there? 14,605,000.
Oh, my God.
And how many of those are there where we win? 1. Okay. So now we're out on Vormir, okay, with Thanos and Gamora. And it's like a desert, okay, but there's this big mountain in the distance. And this is where they're going to find the Soul Stone, up on the peak. So they get up there, and there's this, like, cloaked figure that's like the keeper of the stone. They walk in there, and he's like, Thanos and Gamora. You know us? I know all who come here seeking the Soul Stone. It's kind of my thing. You should know that it comes with a terrible price. And his voice is like familiar. A lifetime ago, I sought the stones myself. I even held one for a short time. And he opens his hood, and it is the Red Skull.
Oh.
my God.
Yeah. He's like, for doing that, I was banished here to forever watch people seeking this treasure that I could never possess.
Hugo Weaving?
Fuck no. Because Hugo Weaving is a piece of shit who wouldn't come back for the role.
Oh.
It still sounded like him, though. So let's go. I'll take you to the Soul Stone. He takes them out to this empty cliff where there's just nothing beyond it. Just a huge drop. What you seek is in front of you. Well, what am I supposed to do with this? It's just a cliff. This is where the price comes in. You must sacrifice that which you love.
Oh, no.
I know, right? And then Gamora just starts laughing. What? What the hell? Why are you laughing? She's like, I dreamt of the day when you finally got what you deserved. You know, you torture people and you call it mercy, and you asked for a prize, okay? And now you have failed because you love nothing.
Oh, wow.
And then she's looking at him, and Thanos, okay? Josh Brolin, like, starts to get maybe a little misty.
Oh.
And she's like, tears? Really? Are you kidding me? And then the Red Skull's like, they are for you.
Oh, no.
She's like, no. No way. And Thanos is like, yeah, I love you. She's like, this isn't love, motherfucker. I have ignored my destiny once, and I can't do it again, even for you. She's like, oh, holy shit. She pulls out her knife and then stabs herself in the heart.
Oh.
And as she's stabbing herself, the knife just turns into bubbles. And, you know, his little gauntlet is glowing, and he's like, I'm sorry, little one. And then he grabs her, and she's like, whoa, wait! And then he throws her off the cliff. He throws Gamora to her death, and the camera stays on her, like, the whole way down.
Holy shit.
Gamora dies.
Whoa.
Fucking seriously?
Seriously.
Whoa.
And then Thanos is just like, and he starts weeping, because he just lost his daughter.
Fucking bullshit, man.
Josh Brolin did great in this. Be a marshmallow man and cry. He did it. Like, you feel pain for Thanos in this movie. It is so
Wow.
weird. Like, he's the main character. And then there's this big flash, and Thanos just wakes up out in the desert, like, and he can see the peak in the distance, and he looks in his hand, and there's the orange soul stone.
Oh.
So then, tink, he puts it in the gauntlet,
And get the fuck out of there.
Cap's jet lands in Wakanda, and there is T'Challa. Okay, they're coming. Bruce is getting off the plane with Don Cheadle. He's like, hey, so he's a king? Do we bow? Like, hell yeah, man, he's a king. Cap ends up reuniting with one-armed Bucky Barnes. Big old robot dick. It's made out of vibranium now. Bucky Barnes is 100 years old.
Oh.
So is Captain America. That is weird. Then they meet Shuri, okay? The best part of the Black Panther movie. Okay. She is the one who's gonna take this jewel out of Vision's head, and she's like, so when you put it in his head, I see that man, that's really in there. And Bruce is like, yeah, we had to attach every single molecule of it to every single nerve in his body. She's like, that's pretty stupid. Why didn't you just, do this blah, blah, blah science talk? And he's like, well, we didn't think of that. She's like, it's okay. I'll handle it. Well, how long is this going to take? As long as you can give me, okay? Because, what are you, a fucking idiot? It's a big deal. It's really in there. And then ships start coming into the atmosphere and flying down to Wakanda. Big evil ships. And they're like giant spikes that just slam into the ground and stab into it. The first one that comes down slams right into the protective dome around Wakanda. Oof. And they're all like, yeah, man, I love this place. Because it just obliterates itself. But then a whole bunch more slam outside of the dome. Okay, we're going to go out there and meet these suckers. So, all right. Wanda, you stay in here with Vision and Shuri. And as soon as that gem comes out of his head, you blow it to hell. Wanda's like, okay, you got it. Okay, evacuate the city and get this man a shield.
Dun, dun, dun.
He is indeed given a shield, and it is dumb. Rocket Raccoon is in the pod, okay, the escape pod. And Thor is like, he's got it on a rope, and he's like swinging it around, and then he throws it like his old hammer. So then he flies towards the star with it, and he has to go out there and like break all the ice on the rings so that they can power up and then align. Mm-hmm. And then the star is woke up, okay, and it's burning. But there's this lens, this iris lens that has to open, and it concentrates the star's light and shoots it into the forge, and that's what melts the metal for the weapons. Mm-hmm. The iris is broken. Dinklage is like, man, it's never going to work. I'm never going to be able to make this weapon because of this. Well, how long is it going to take to heat the metal? Just a couple of minutes. Then you better hold on to your shit, because I am going to hold that thing open for you. So now all the Wakandan army is out there on the battlefield. They're still behind the dome, okay? We've got like Captain America, Black Widow's out there, Black Panther, everybody else. And then up walks the Hulk Buster Iron Man armor.
All right.
And Bruce Banner is inside of it. Ooh. He's like, if I can't turn into the Hulk, I'll do this. This armor, this kicked the Hulk's ass one time. This will be fine. But he's like still getting used to it, so it's like stumbling and tripping.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty cool. So Cap and T'Challa go out and they meet at the edge of the dome, the big black Hulk guy, and then Casanova Midnight. You remember them?
Yep.
You are going to pay in blood for invading my land. That's okay. We have blood to spare. And then a huge army of four-armed demon motherfuckers just comes barreling out of these ships. And they are just like crazy-ass berserker-looking motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They just flood at the dome. And they hit the dome, okay? And it's like electric. So a lot of them start killing themselves just running into it. But there's so many of them hitting it, a few of them keep making it through. And the Wakandan army just like starts fighting them. Now, these demons that are getting through, they're all like kind of in one area. Because on the outside of the dome, it's like this huge swarm of these demons like trying to get through. They look like ants, okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
War Machine just flies by and drops a couple of bombs. And they're all just like obliterated. The ones on the inside of the dome, okay? And they're like, oh shit, look at that. And all these demons, they start running further, and they're like totally surrounding the dome. And they're like, look, if they get around behind us, then there's going to be nothing between them and the stone. Cap's like, well, then we need to keep them in front of us. Well, how the hell do we do that? I have to open the shield. Are you serious, man? Look at that. Because it's like death.
Yeah.
Okay. On my command, open section 69. And they do. And it opens up just like the air shield in Spaceballs. And all of these demons just come swarming in. They just flood in. It is crazy looking. All the army, they're like, oh, let's go. They all just start running at these demons. And way up ahead of them is Black Panther and Captain America. Like, they are faster than everybody else. But they're like, just as fast as each other. So they're like well into the fight by the time the army even gets there. And they are just whirlwinding these motherfuckers. Like, they're kicking ass. This is such a cool fight. Now Thor is out at the Iris, and he's about to hold this thing open. Peter Dinklage says, listen, man, you're about to take the full force of a star. You realize this is going to kill you. Does that mean I will die? Yes. That's what killing you means. Seriously, that got said.
Really?
It's like every time they show Thor, they have to put in the Ragnarok humor.
Yeah.
This movie was fantastic. Anyway, he gets it open, and the starlight beams in and melts all the metal. And then finally, Thor can't hold it anymore and just gets blown into the forge by the light. Okay, and he's all like burning and stuff. It's pretty cool. He flies in there. He hits the ground like he's dying. Right? Rocket's like, dude, you got to do something, man. As soon as the metal melted, it poured down into the mold. So Dinklage is like, and he's like using his iron fists to smash open the mold. And then these two pieces just fall out. And all they are is the front of the hammer and then the back, which is a big spike. And he's like, he needs the hammer. He needs the axe. I need a handle. Help me find a handle. And he runs away. Thor is dying. Groot has looked up from the game and is like, I am Groot. He drops the game, he stands up, he walks over to the axe. Okay, the two pieces. And then all of a sudden, oh shit, his little twig dick comes out. And starts getting longer and magically longer. And it comes out and it intertwines around the hammer and the spike. And it holds them together and it gets really long and thick. And he holds it up and he's like, I am Groot. And then he just slashes down and cuts off his own dick.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome.
It solidifies, and it's the handle for the new hammer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there you go.
Which, by the way, is named Stormbreaker.
Oh.
Thor's flopping around like a fish, and then his hand, it stretches out and it's all shaken, and then the Stormbreaker starts rising up. Is about to go into his hand when we cut away.
Oh.
Back to Wakanda, where everybody is fucking and getting fucked. Out comes the Hulkbuster. He's jumping around. He's smashing guys. It's pretty cool. Doing good. Everybody else swinging things, stabbing people. Okay. Wakandan soldiers getting their heads and their dicks bit off. Every one of these bad guys has 4 arms. There's potential for 4 dicks to be ripped off at the same time.
This Hulkbuster, this is like a big Iron Man suit that's muscly? What does it look like?
Okay. You never saw Avengers 2.
I know, no.
Oh, man. This is a crime.
Okay, forget it.
I'm aware that nobody likes it. I loved it, though, and you must watch it.
I will go back. Okay.
It's an Iron Man suit big enough to fight the Hulk with.
It's iron.
Okay. It's just a bigger Iron Man.
It's like an Iron Man suit that is a tank.
Yeah.
Everybody's fighting on Wakanda, baby. And then the coolest part happens. Flinging across the battlefield, covered in lightning, is the Stormbreaker. And it's just flying around the battlefield, taking out, mowing everything down in its path. And in flies Thor. And he's like full on, like in Ragnarok, his eyes are glowing and there's lightning coming out all over him. And it is a huge dun, 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 Avengers moment.
Yeah.
Everybody is like, okay. Even Bruce Banner inside the Hulkbuster is like, you guys are fucked now. Thor is flying across the battlefield and he just screams out, hey, you fuckers. Bring me Thanos. Since the MCU has been going, everybody's like, yeah, Thor is my least favorite thing. This movie makes him your favorite.
Yeah.
If Ragnarok didn't already do that.
Yeah, Ragnarok did that.
So back on Titan, Thanos finally arrives. He just teleports right there. And it's just him, okay? And the only guy waiting for him is Doctor Strange. And he's just sitting there. It's like, so, you must be Thanos. I take it Squidward is dead. Yeah, man. Like, we sucked him, like, right out. So this is your home? It was once. It was beautiful once. And then we see a memory of it, and it's all just like, blue skies, same ships, green grass. Beautiful. But because it was overpopulated, it ended in, a shitstorm. And that's why when I get all 6 stones, I am going to snap my fingers and eradicate half of the universe so that the rest of it can keep growing.
Wow.
Well, that's a pretty shitty plan, Thanos. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do once that happens? I am going to sit down and I am going to watch the sunrise with a smile on my face. And all of this will be done by my will. Well, I think you might find our will is equal to yours. What do you mean, our? And then, boom! This huge piece of, like a ship, just slams down right on top of Thanos. And it was Iron Man that was, like, flying and throwing it at him. It was awesome. Iron Man flies by and he's like, all right, mission accomplished, right? Quill's running out and he's like, yeah, if your mission is to piss him off. And then, the thing explodes and there's Thanos. So then they all have to team up to fight him. Quill comes running out. He jumps up on a piece of garbage, flies over Thanos, and throws a little bomb down onto his back, and it like sticks there. And then as he's about to land on the other side of him, a portal opens up, and he just like flies through into it. But as he's going into it, he just flips Thanos the bird, and he's like, boom, and then the bomb explodes. Like Quill says and does all the funniest and coolest stuff in this movie. Chris Pratt called his performance in this movie like a glorified cameo, but it kind of made the movie for me.
Oh, good.
So they all got to fight him, including the cape on its own. Thanos is running around trying to like use his gauntlet at him, and Doctor Strange has to tell the cape, don't let him close his fist. Because apparently that's what makes the magic happen. So the cape like wraps around the gauntlet and like won't let him close his fingers so he can't use it. So then they all start attacking him. They're like, Drax, hold him. Drax has to hold one of his hands while Spider-Man and Iron Man have to try to pull the gauntlet off of his hand. And it's huge, man. It's like a fucking garbage can. Okay.
Yeah.
Strange is using magic to hold like one of his legs. Everybody's got a piece of Thanos and they're holding him still. And then Mantis jumps down from above onto his back and she has to grab his head and try to put him to sleep. And his head, she's like holding a giant purple bean bag. And she's like, sleep. Thanos starts going to sleep.
Oh.
And he like kneels down. Like they've got him. Quill walks up to Thanos. He gets up in his face. And Thanos is like, all groggy and not all there. You know, he's like hypnotized. And Quill's like, where is Gamora, man? Where is she? What did you do? My Gamora. Mantis is like, he is mourning. He is grieving. What does she mean? What did you do?
Oh, man.
I did what I had to do. Oh no. Iron Man can tell what's happening. And he's like, all right, Quill. He's still trying to pull this gauntlet off with Spider-Man. Quill, you need to cool it, buddy. We almost got this thing off, okay? Once we get this thing off, we're good, dude. Just hold on. Quill's like, you asshole! And just starts punching Thanos in the face. He ends up breaking contact between Mantis's hands and his big ballsack chin. Oh. And he wakes up. And he throws everybody off of him. And Iron Man got flung away, but Spidey was still pulling on the gauntlet. He actually got it so far off of his hand that Thanos had to like bend his fingers at the very last second to keep it.
Ugh. Fucking Quill.
I know. Remember, he still acts like a kid, you know?
Yeah.
And then Thanos reaches his hand up and brings down the moon. Oh yeah. It comes down in pieces, but it's like, hell is now going to rain. It's huge. They all have to scatter. Back on Wakanda, we get this cool little sequence where Bucky Barnes and Rocket Raccoon are like, back to back, ass to ass, mowing down demons, okay? And they're both kicking ass. Rocket is like looking over at him, and Bucky's like looking down at Rocket. They get done, you know, they have a moment to rest. Rocket's like, all right, how much for the gun? It's not for sale. Okay, then how much for the robot dick? And Bucky just like turns and looks at him and just walks away. And Rocket's like, I'm gonna get that dick. Thor and Captain America meet up for the first time in like 8 movies. Cap's like, hey man, I like your haircut. Yes, and I see you have copied my beard. Cap's just like nodding, like, yep, pretty much. Behind Thor is Groot. He's like, I am Groot. And then Cap is like, I am Steve Rogers. And they got a huge laugh in the theater. And then all of a sudden, the forest outside the dome starts like going down, like something huge is inside of it. And then out of the forest just comes a bunch of trails in the dirt, huge ones. Something is underground, okay? It tunnels underneath the dome and then comes out, and it's these huge vehicles that are just pretty much nothing but giant buzzsaws that are just spinning around the battlefield, killing every Wakandan that you could ever see.
Oh, God.
It's so bad. The Scarlet Witch, you know, Wanda, she's watching Shuri, you know, still trying to take out the jewel. And she's looking outside, and because of those vehicles, her people are probably going to start losing pretty soon. And you know what? She has to go out and help them. So she leaves. She goes out, and she just uses her red magic and starts like ripping them apart and throwing them around. Right then, Casanova Midnight, she just yells into her radio, she's on the field. Go get the gem now. And then Wolf Dick shows up inside the operating room. Wanda's out there taking care of these buzzsaw things when Casanova Midnight shows up. And she's like, your husband, your boyfriend, Vision, he's going to die alone, just like you are about to right now. And then we hear, she's not alone. Midnight turns, and there's the Black Widow. And then she turns her other way, and there is Michonne. And they all team up and start fighting her. It was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Then they start getting their asses like totally whipped by her. When the Scarlet Witch just uses her red magic and runs Casanova Midnight over with one of those buzzsaws. And she just like flies apart in blue blood. And it like splashes onto Black Widow's face. And she's like, that was so gross. Michonne got hit with a tit.
Shit was so fun.
Bruce is inside the Hulkbuster armor yelling, come on, Hulk! Come out, you motherfucker! No! Man, what is your problem? He's like yelling to himself. I did not understand this at all.
Yeah.
Like why they did that. Okay, then screw you, I'll do it myself! The big black Hulk thing is fighting him, and he ends up like attaching one of the Hulkbuster hands to him and then turning on the jets. So the black Hulk, like flies up, and then just explodes on the dome.
Ooh.
Wolf Dick is going to kill Vision, and then Steve saves him. And then we're back to Titan, and they all have to fight Thanos again, but now he's full power. So he's like using all like weird gravity and stuff like that. Spidey's like having to save everybody because they're like flying away, and he has to shoot webs at all of them to attach them to something else so they don't, fly away and die. And then Doctor Strange, okay, he gets into a battle of magic with Thanos, and he has to send like one of those big crystal walls at him from the Doctor Strange movies. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, ding, he turns into 1,000 Doctor Stranges that all completely surround Thanos. And it is cool as shit looking.
Really?
And then Thanos is like, I'll just send a giant fireball out in all directions. So he does that, and then all the Doctor Stranges burn away except for one, who gets hurt. Iron Man flies in, and he's like, you throw another moon at me, and I'm going to fuck you in the ass. And he makes an arm blade out of his suit.
All right.
Ooh.
Thanos turns to him, and he's like, Stark, you know me? Yeah, I know you. You're not the only one that's cursed with knowledge. So then they get into a huge shit-blasting fight, all right? And he is throwing all of these bombs and blasts at Thanos, and it is like chaos. At the end, Thanos is like, he ends up getting hit in the head with something, and he puts his finger up and then looks at his finger. There's a little bit of blood on there, and he goes, all that for one drop of blood. And Iron Man's like, shit. And then Thanos grabs him and stabs Iron Man in the stomach with his own knife.
Oh, no.
And he gets down in his face and he's like, you, Stark, you have my respect. When I'm done, only half of the universe will remain. And I hope that they remember you. And then he aims his gauntlet right at Tony Stark. And he's about to blast him to infinity. And then, no, wait! It's Doctor Strange. He's like, okay, if you will spare him, I will give you the time gem.
Oh.
Thanos is like, really? Like, no shit. Yeah, totally. You can have it. And then he takes it and puts it in the glove. It powers up. And he's like, all right, one to go. Quill comes running out and he shoots at him just as he's teleporting away. And Quill's like, all right, wait, where'd he go? What just happened? Hey, did we just lose? And Tony is sitting there with a big knife in his gut, and he's like, he looks at Strange, man, what the hell did you do that for? Strange just says, we're in the end game now. So then on Wakanda, the battle stops because Thanos has arrived. He's here. Boom, boom. Captain America's looking at him, and Bruce is like, Cap? That's him. And Cap holds up his stupid shield, and it like it spreads out if he holds it in front of his face. So that happens, and he's like, all right, eyes up, stay sharp. And then they all attack him, and they all get fucked. Like every single one of them. He's just throwing them away like they're nothing. Like even teenage Groot is getting his ass kicked.
Wow.
The Hulkbuster is actually the first one to go at him, and he just throws the Hulkbuster into a mountain, and it like phases into it and is stuck there forever.
Oh, shit.
Vision knows this ain't good, and he looks at Scarlet Witch and he's like, okay, babe, you gotta kill me now. You gotta destroy this stone now. She's like, no, I don't want to. Look, I know it's not fair, and it shouldn't be you, but it is. He's like, don't worry. You could never hurt me. Okay? I will just feel you. And Thanos is coming. Come on, do it now. And she's like, all right. And then she puts up her hand and starts firing her red mind lasers into his gem. And he's like, and he's dying. And she's like doing it longer and longer, and it's heating up. It's getting ready to blow. Everybody else is getting the shit beat out of him by Thanos as he's on his way to her. The last guy to get in Thanos' way is Steve Rogers. And he runs up to him. Thanos swipes the gauntlet down at him, and Steve catches it. And he's like, he's holding him back. And Thanos actually like looks down at Steve like, damn, Sam. How the hell are you able to do this? And then with his other hand, he just punches Steve into the dirt.
Oh.
Now he is at Wanda and Vision, and Wanda has to hold out her other hand and blast Thanos with a red laser beam. So she's, with one hand, trying to kill her boyfriend, with the other hand, trying to kill his bully.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's crying, Vision is crying, and then he's like, I love you. And then the gem explodes.
Wow.
And he falls down dead. Oh. She starts crying. Thanos falls down. You know, she had to stop blasting him. And he gets up and he's like, oh, my child, I understand better than you know. But now is no time to mourn. And he walks over to Vision's body and he says, now is no time at all. And then he holds up the gauntlet and reverses time.
Wow.
And then Vision comes back together, and then Thanos just grabs him by the throat and rips the gem right out of his head.
Holy crap.
Wanda's like, holy shit, no! That's it, you guys. The gauntlet is complete.
Wow.
And he's like, all right. And he holds it up and he's looking at it. And then in comes Stormbreaker that Thor has just thrown at him. And it just slams right into Thanos' chest. And it's like, and he's like, ugh! And he like falls to his knees. Thor comes up to him and he's like, I told you would die for that, bitch. You killed my fucking brother. Thanos, who is dying from this huge spike from this hammer is just like buried in his chest. And he looks up at Thor and he's like, you should have gone for the head. And then he holds up the gauntlet and snaps his fingers. And all of a sudden, Thanos is in a vision with little Gamora. He's like standing there looking at her. She looks up and says, well, did you do it? Yes. And what did it cost? Everything. And then all of a sudden he wakes back up out on the battlefield and he looks at the gauntlet and it is like totally melted and burned up. And then Thor's looking at him. He's looking at the gauntlet. He looks back at him and he's like, hey, what did you just do? No, seriously, what did you do? And then Thanos teleports away. Steve's like, where did he go? Hey, Steve? Steve turns around and there's Bucky Barnes. And he's like holding up his one good arm. And then it starts at his fingertips. It starts to crumble into dust. Oh. And that spreads across his whole body. And Bucky Barnes just dies, crumbling into dust. They start looking around. All of these Wakandan soldiers on the battlefield start crumbling away and flying away in the wind like they're dying, okay?
Damn.
We see the Black Panther, and he's there with Michonne. He's holding her hand, and then the Black Panther crumbles into dust, and he dies too. Rocket Raccoon, sitting there with Groot. I am Groot.
No.
Groot dies.
Oh.
Wanda kneels down next to Vision's body, and she holds onto it as she crumbles into dust and dies. War Machine, he's running around. He's like, hey, Falcon. Falcon, where are you? Behind him, Falcon crumbles into dust. He's gone too. On Titan, they're all standing there like trying to figure out what to do, you know, because they just lost to Thanos. They lost the gem. When Mantis is like, something is happening. And then she crumbles into dust. And then Drax crumbles into dust. Okay? And then we see Quill. Quill's looking at, he just saw his two friends crumble away and die. And he's like, what the hell, man? He looks at Iron Man. What's going on? And then he starts crumbling into dust. And just before he disappears, he goes, oh, fuck. He's gone. Tony looks at Doctor Strange, who looks back at him and says, Tony, there was no other way. And then he crumbles into dust and dies. Peter Parker walks up to Tony Stark And he's like, I don't feel so good. Mr. Stark, what's going on? Hey, it's okay, man. You're going to be all right. No, something's wrong. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to die. You're all right, man. You're all right. I don't want to die, sir. And then he's gone. And the only two left on Titan are Tony Stark and Nebula. Now back in Wakanda, the only Avengers that are left are Thor, War Machine, Black Widow, Bruce Banner, Steve Rogers, and Rocket Raccoon. And they're all just standing there looking at each other like, holy shit. What is happening? What is happening? And then Steve Rogers just says, oh God. And then we cut to another world far away. And we see a little hut, like in the hills. And then walking out of it slowly is Thanos. And he comes out and he looks around. And the sun is rising. And he just sits down and looks at it and smiles. And the credits roll, baby. And that's it.
What? For real?
For real.
Whoa.
Yeah, they are all sitting around here in shock, ladies and gentlemen.
They'll be back.
How?
There's still a time gem.
Don't let yourself feel anything.
You know these actors still have contracts. You know there's going to be more Spider-Man movies.
I don't know. They stretched this out for a long time. Maybe the money train has run out. They were just waiting for this moment to kill half of them.
See, when Spider-Man faded away, that's when I knew.
It's bullshit,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Something's going to happen. This movie was supposed to be a two-parter.
Man, if anybody needed to die, it was Spider-Man.
What? What are you talking about?
He is expendable.
Yeah. But there's still a third
He's going to be the one.
Guardians movie.
He will actually wind up being key.
Come on. All the deaths, they were permanent. All of the fading into dust. Who knows?
All right. But I'm not going to pay for any more Guardians of the Galaxy movies. To watch Peter Quill hop around finding a new girlfriend every fucking movie like he's Captain Kirk or something. I won't do it. I won't pay for it. I don't want to see it.
Well, he's dust.
So then there's a stinger.
See?
And while I'm sitting there waiting for it, there is a guy next to me who's talking to his girlfriend, and he just keeps saying, awful, awful, horrible, horrible. And I was like, fucking offended. Like I wanted to turn and be like, what do you think is horrible?
It was his grief talking.
Then the stinger happens, okay? And we see Nick Fury and Maria Hill, and they're in a black SUV in the middle of some city. Okay, they're driving. Is there still no word from Stark? Yeah, no, still no word, but there are multiple bogeys over Wakanda. The same power signature as what happened at the first incident, remember in the first movie? No, it's way, way bigger. Nick, watch out! And then a car comes and crashes into them. They get out, and Maria goes to look in to see if everybody else is all right. Nick's like, are they okay? She's like, they're gone. He looks in. Yep, nobody's in that car. It's weird. And then he looks up, and there's a helicopter crashing into a building, and everybody around them starts crumbling into dust and dying.
Yeah.
And then, Nick, he turns around, and Maria Hill crumbles into dust. And he's like, oh, motherfucker. And then he runs back to his SUV, pulls his bag out, grabs a little device out of it, pushes a button, and it's like, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. And then he's like, all right. And he looks down, and his hand starts crumbling away. And he's like, motherfuck. And he's gone. Then the device hits the ground, and the camera closes in on it. And it's like a little space-age pager, okay? On the screen, it just says, sending, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, sent. And then it just shows the Captain Marvel star. Which is Carol Danvers, coming out next year.
Nice.
Yeah. Brie Larson.
Oh. I like her.
Yeah, me too. She's cool.
So who is she?
Captain Marvel is
A woman?
Yeah. She's the Superman of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
And it's a woman?
It used to be a man, but then she ends up taking up the mantle in her own movie coming up, which takes place in the 90s.
Oh.
And yeah, he's right. She's the Superman of the Marvel Universe, like
I was going to say,
totally indestructible.
can he just call Superman? That would be great.
So that's it. Avengers Infinity War on Movies with Ron.
Good job, man.
Thanks,
Yeah,
buddy.
good job.
Thank you.
Good job. I'm kind of in shock.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Even though you know things are going to be fine, it still leaves you like, whoa.
Chris skipped shock and went straight to denial. This isn't happening. It's not real.
It's just a movie.
Bargaining. What if Superman comes? It saves everybody.
It's kind of like what they did with Star Wars, where they killed off all the living actors, and the dead actor's character is still alive. Leia?
Yeah.
It's like Chris Evans' contract is out. This was his last movie. He's still alive.
Yep.
And then you have Robert Downey Jr., who's the most expensive actor in this universe. And they've been wanting to get rid of him for a while. Like, there's no more Iron Man movies. And everyone kind of thought he was going to die.
Right.
And both of them are still here.
I know.
I'm not going to buy tickets to this. I'm not going to contribute.
I'm not going to contribute. To what?
To the box office. To the box office hit. To the box office hit of Avengers Infinity War.
Sorry.
Why not?
Because I'm drunk.
You were sleeping on Chris's couch tonight. I'm serious.
Oh, God, this is like a nightmare.
All right, folks. If you're using that Apple Podcasts or iTunes, we'd love it if you'd leave us a rating and review. We're on Twitter at Movies with Ron. There's a Facebook page. We're on movieswithron.com and all your other favorite podcast apps. It's been fun.
Yep, we love you.
Good night, guys.
Take care.
Movies with Ron.
And then Thor came all over like he does.
With his Mjolnir.
His little one.
Yep.
It's real tiny. It was actually crushed by his sister later. Who, it turns out, was, in the comics, the whole reason for the Infinity War.
Yeah?
In the comics, Thanos was trying to impress a girl by killing half the universe.
That makes sense.